Hi, what's up, stoners? Welcome to the local band Smokeout.
We are watching local band Smokeout.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Baker Overdose!
Yeah.
Can I call you Rob, or do you prefer Robert?
Call me whatever, man.
Hell yeah.
Coming Zorn. There you go.
Dude, before we deep dive into this, I appreciate you being here. Do me a favor, introduce yourself. Oh, we got some friends joining.
Yeah, we got the Overdoses.
Yingling Mustang.
There you go.
But we cannot. There we go. But there we go. Overdoses.
Give me a hell yeah. What's up?
How are you, Ambrose?
Hey, can you hear me?
We can.
Yeah.
Thanks
Wonderful.
for hanging. Gentlemen, if you both could do me a favor, please take a moment, plug and promote anything you'd like. Introduce yourself. Let us know whereabouts in the world you are, and then we'll deep dive right after that.
Sure, rock and roll. My name is Rob Zorn. I'm frontman, Anger Overdose. Yeah. We make music.
Where can everybody go and follow social media wise? All the links.
We're on everything. All the streaming platforms have our stuff. I'm primarily on Facebook. That's where I like to post and update everything. But we got the Facebook, the Instagram, the Toktik, the Tubers, the Spoodafoos, the whole shebang, the Apples. So, pretty much everywhere.
Cool. Ambrose, you want to do the same?
And I'm Ambrose, Uberdosis. I'm the guitar player and random noisemaker. Pretty much anything that he can't do, I take care of the rest.
How did you guys first meet?
We grew up together, actually, man. His dad lived around the corner from me when we were kids. So I met him when I was probably like 8, 9, in between 8 and 10, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Is Anger Overdose your guys' first band, or were you in previous projects together?
Well, this is my first band outside of playing on a porch in high school, right? So so I know he's done stuff for years before I got back into it, but this is my first real band.
Yeah, and as far as the two of us is concerned, I mean, we jammed together when we were like 13 and 14 when we first started playing guitar. But other than that, as far as official bands, this would be yes. So short answer, yes. Together, this is our first project.
And I know that the rest of the band is not exactly local to you at all. First, how did you find them as well? And how is that process of making music with somebody that you can't walk into a room and make music with them?
It all happened with Facebook, right? So back in 2021, bored, I started making music and I wanted a guitar solo, and I had moved about 2.5 hours away from this cat, and we were just chatting on Facebook, and I was like, dude, I'm making some music or whatever. I think it would be dope if you did a guitar solo. Are you interested? He was like, yeah, sure, send me the song. So I just emailed him the song, and he used his stuff to record a solo, sent it back to me, and that was kind of like the birth of well, dude, if you're going to do one solo, why don't you do them all? Because I got a bunch of songs. He was like, cool. So we've been working like that, just the two of us, since 2021. And then, we had some leftover material. We put out an album at the end of October last year, and, we weren't really promoing or, not knowing how this Facebook stuff worked or nothing, and it didn't do nothing. So we kind of were just done or whatever. And then, we had, a couple tracks left over. One was pretty good, close to being complete. So I was like, dude, why don't we just put this out? It's kind of like one last hurrah. We'll just produce it ourselves and put it out. And at that time, it was just when everyone on Facebook was just starting to let's support each other musically. Let's support each other musically. We just started getting some attention and some hype coming out for the song. And then people liked the song. So I was like, let's finish out some of this other stuff. And we had this one track lying around, 1999. And we were like, this chorus, I either need to redo it, scrap it. And I made a joke. I was like, let's find a girl to sing it. And Overdoses is like, do the girl. So we had already been on like the Facebook thing for a little bit, shooting around, and this militia had the song Red Eyes. That's like, it's not metal, but it's a dope rock song. And somehow she just got mixed in with all the metal people and everything. And I was making a playlist, and she was like, "Yo, can you add my song to the playlist?" And I listened to it. I was like, "Yeah, cool, you're on." So I was like, "I'll just hit her up." And when I hit her up, I didn't know what she was going to say or anything. I only heard her sing, her song, and she's like, "You have no idea. I'm a huge metalhead. Pantera is my favorite band." And I was like, "Well, have I got some ideas for you?" And I was like, "You want to do 1999?" And then, she sent me back her part, and I was like, "Yo, this sounds dope. Like, you should just be in the band forever." And she was like, "Okay."
That's cool.
So,
Rest is history.
yeah. And
That
then,
is cool.
we put that out, and we were rocking out to that, and, started getting a little bit more or whatever. And we became friends with some of the other bands, like Siege Venom, and their bass player, Chris, hits me up, and we were just, became friends on Facebook. And I was like, "I don't really have a bass player." And I sent him some shit that I can't talk too much about that we're working on. And he was like, "Yo, can I do this?" So I did the same thing. I said, "Well, if you're going to do this, why don't you do everything?" And he said, "Sure." So then he joined. And so we're working on some shit with him. And then we also got I can't talk too much about this part at all, but there's a fifth member joining for the next AOD coming out. That's a surprise. So we're now like a full 5-piece, organism. So yeah.
That is wicked cool. How and then I know that you know this gentleman up here very well, Mojo of Encircled Throne. Mojo, I know you got a ton of questions for the boys. Go ahead and shoot a couple off.
And I already know everything about these guys. I do Uber. Do you, like, when you're writing the solos and stuff, do you just come out of the thin air with them, or do you like spend some time with it? Because I love all the solo work you do.
Well, thank you. There have only been a couple of instances where I've actually written it. Well, I shouldn't say written it down, but rehearsed specific patterns that I wanted to do. Otherwise, I take the approach that pretty much most guitar players will take, and you'll do 3 or 4 takes of something, and whatever sounds good, go for it. So I tend to be pretty good at adapting to the situation, so it's not super difficult. But improv, I always like doing improvisation over anything else. Like in school, jazz class and all that stuff, I was the improv guy, just because I can read it, I can write it, but I don't know. All the guys that learn by ear that's an art in and of itself. So I like to take that approach as much as possible.
Rob, explain to me how a song starts from scratch for Anger Overdose. With how many different places it needs to be sent via email. Let's say today is new song day. Guide me through the steps.
So like I get bored and I sit down, like, we're industrial, so a big the backbone of a lot of our shit's all digital, right? So like I'll just like boot up my DAW and play with MIDIs, just make crazy shit that I like. Sometimes I bust out my guitar. I play guitar a little bit, like I'm not great, but I can hold my own. And I'm, a lot of the tracks are a combination of like the rhythm shit's usually just like me and like the MIDIs, and I put it all together, make samples out of it. Kind of like, I don't know, man. Like you ever see how Dead Mouse makes his shit? He like paints on a fucking paint roll and shit with a mouse. Like I do a lot of that. And I'll put my guitars to it, and I'll like pick the drums, I'll pick the samples, this, that, and the other thing. I'll just make it sound as cool as I think I can at that particular second. And then I'll just like dump it into like an MP3, and I'll send it to everybody on a thread we got, and they'll all listen to it and be like, "All right, yay or nay, this is cool." And if they like it, then like I'll start breaking off pieces for them. Like I'll make like, if the bass player wants me to drop everything but the bass so he can make his shit, and then I'll let him do whatever he wants, and then maybe write some lyrics, record all that shit, and it just will come together like that. And they'll just send me their pieces. And when I send them the song, I'm like, do you, like, I'm not giving you no direction unless you want it, but like, here, do whatever you want, make it sound dope. And they always do when they send it back. And then I'll put it back into the DAW, I'll mix it up and get like a 98, 99% final idea of what we think the song should sound like. And then I'll send it off usually to somebody to produce. I've worked with quite a few different producers just because my shit's all weird and the timing and stuff. 1999 was actually done by our buddy Mojo there from Encircled Throne, as well as the video. So and then that'll be that. Like that's and then it all come together that way.
Hell yeah. Were you guys prepped on the trivia hot sauce portion of the show?
Briefly, I don't have like straight up hot sauce, but I got a lot of fucking Taco Bell packets here. I got a Diablo one.
This counts. That where I come from, that counts as hot sauce.
All right,
Ambrose.
I was not briefed on the hot sauce. I was not.
I did
briefed
put it
on
in
the
there.
hot
You must have missed that part. I did say bring hot sauce, but you probably like.
Oh, I thought.
I'll quickly explain. You don't have to participate. Okay. It's up to you. But I'm going to allow you guys to pick either a movie or a TV show. If you could agree on one or the other, pick the movie or the TV show. I'm going to look up trivia. Because you picked it, I should not be able to stump you. But if I do, I would like you to take a little swig of hot sauce. Whether you get it right or wrong, I will do the hot sauce with you regardless. Or I will do it regardless.
I got my Diablo pack, so we'll see how this goes.
Ambrose, what you thinking? You're in on this or no?
Well, yeah, I'd have to run off camera and get some hot sauce.
That's cool. But before you do, is there something that you and Rob could agree on, movie or TV show wise, or do you guys never go that style of discussion?
I'm gonna let you. I think I'm gonna let you handle this, bro.
What have you seen the most? Where if I look this up, because I'm gonna look, I stump people on a regular basis.
I bet you do. I'm stumped right now.
How about Terminator 2?
Oh, hell yeah. No one's ever picked that one. Mojo, hit him with another trivia. Ambrose, go grab your hot sauce. And then give me a second, Mojo, on so.
Be right back.
You can answer this, Mr. Zorman. Since everybody's, not together in the same area and playing live shows is kind of out of the question. Yeah. Have y'all thought about doing like how like Boxing 6 does, like a live show of y'all trying to do stuff?
We've talked about it. And there's definitely the potential for that, but we would have to nail down exactly how we're going to do it. I'd have to get the software set up, which I could do that, but like we would have to really like try to plan it out, especially with the time zones. Make sure our shit's solid. I mean, the one advantage of being industrial is there's a ton of backing tracks, but that's something else that I would have to, make sure set up and sync, take into consideration latency for the other guys and girl, like it ain't, I'm pretty tight with Vox and seen what they do. And I've talked to them and I mean, it's doable, but it's not easy. That's why there's not a lot of people that do it that way. Right. So, and then they're all in the US, right? So now I'm taking into consideration South Korea and Australia. Like, like that's a lot. I mean, it's doable. So yay and nay. Like we have to think about it. Is
this your only project, Rob? Or like, do you ever get the itch that because, and I know it's your baby, I'm not saying it's not, but do you ever get the itch that you want to play a show? So maybe another local side, smaller thing could be considered.
I mean, it's possible. Where I'm at though, here in northern New Jersey, like there's not a lot of people trying to do what I want to do, and not live. And I could probably get shows down closer into the Philly area, which is that's where I grew up, right outside of Philly, well, inside Philly. But I know he's still down there. So I mean, we could probably try to get involved in the Philly scene. But I mean, it's Philly, and like that's part of
Philly
it.
Scene, The Philly scene is in transition right now, so
Ambrose, what hot sauce did you grab? What'd you grab?
All right, so I grabbed Aztec's Revenge Cayenne.
Okay. That looks like it could be a little punishing. I dig it. I got some pineapple serrano hot sauce right here. Again, whether you get it right or wrong, I'm in. But your Terminator, and we got the Diablo hot sauce. Your Terminator 2 trivia, and I think I'm going to get you. In Terminator 2, it is only revealed once what the last name of John Connor's legal guardians is. What is the name of his parents that get killed? Their last name.
Man, it's right there too. Shit.
I'll give you a hint. When the T1000 searches
I know
the
the scene,
police,
but I can't
the
remember
police
it.
scanner thing in the car,
Yeah.
it pulls up the last
Yeah.
name and the address.
Yep. Man, banged on the first question. I got to take it. I do not. I don't know.
It's
right
okay.
there, but
It's
I
okay.
I can't say it.
Cheers. It was Voight. Voight, like
You're
John
right,
Voight, the actor. Voight is the answer.
You're right.
Woo.
I drank my Diablo. Woo.
When you're right,
Thanks for being troopers. Thanks for being troopers.
Oh no.
So I know that you revealed earlier there is a little bit of a secretive member in the future that I'm assuming will be announced in the future. What can you tell us?
Yeah.
What can we look forward to in the next 6 months? I know you guys have a lot of stuff mapped and timed out. You can't tell us
All right.
at all, but what are
Well-
you allowed to tell us?
Okay.
So-
well, I mean, go ahead. You start. I talk too
I
much.
think. I think it's pretty safe to say that, what you heard come out with 1999 and the Toxic cover.
Superposition.
we're gonna go-
Collaboration.
Yeah. And the game. The superposition collab.
Which made it
Um,
into the next Tournament of Champions. We'll see you
Did it really?
on September 8th. Tournament of Champions 12.
Nice.
We'll be plugging it hard for a couple hours.
On that boy.
All right. Yeah.
Right. But so look for more stuff kind of in that area. It's still going to be industrial, but maybe not so much like death growly stuff. We'll see. But given all of the parts that are moving right now, and the people that we
we're
have,
excited.
and it's absolutely it's just another
we're excited.
evolution, and it's great.
Yeah, I think this is going to be like every band fucking says that. We got big things coming. Like, I don't want to be the cliche thing like that, so I'm not going to say that. But like, we like
we
the
got big
song a
things
lot, right? But like, we like the song a lot. I mean, Mojo's heard the demo of it. Everybody that we sent it to thinks it's kind of dope. And we'll see. But we're excited for it. I sent it all to the same producer that did Toxic for us. I think he did a good job on that. We got him working on it now. So that's the next big thing. I'm going to hold a little contest before it comes out. We'll see how that goes. And then we'll try to finish up an album. I want to have an album come out end of the year, beginning of next year, including the singles that we had, previously put out. I'm going to get them, ready for that, for an album, maybe I don't know, remix and redo them as a full 5-piece now, see how that sounds, and I think after the next original one, we're just going to keep doing covers. We're kind of like in between instead of dropping off the other singles. That way, when the album comes out, hey, you want AOD originals, buy the album. If you want to, be entertained and you like what we're doing on the cover thing, we're going to do that too. Hopefully there's a crossover. We'll see. But the covers are fun. They're easy to bang out, and then keep our name out there while we're working on finishing up the album, so we don't have to rush that shit.
Yeah, our buddies in. I'm sorry, Mojo. You go.
Well, and it
Ambrose,
gives you a
my
chance to. It gives you a chance to. Originals are great, and the covers give you a chance to kind of, dive into a different genre that you've never
Right,
been
I
in
can be a
before.
little bit more
and try to-
experimental. And, right, fuck around and have a good time with it. But because we got some stuff coming, ain't nobody's seeing this. I'll tell you that right now. Breaking news: I don't got big things coming, but I got. What the fuck was he thinking coming? You'll see.
As far as the covers, like stuff we
Yeah,
wouldn't expect
yeah.
you guys to cover.
That's
Yeah,
that's how I
it's
like
gonna
to do
be.
it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I dig that. Unexpected curveballs. I like that.
Like, I thought Britney Spears was crazy, but apparently it wasn't crazy enough. So you'll see. You'll see.
Had to go more out of the
Man,
box.
big things coming. Big things coming.
Yeah. And then I got we also have a couple covers that we're in the middle of working on. I'm not sure which one's going to come out first. One of them, you'll be like, okay, that doesn't surprise me, But the other one, I don't even know if it's a curveball, dude. It's like a curveball and a kick to the nuts. Like, nobody's seen this coming. Like, they're just going to be like, nobody but Anger Overdose would do this. Like, that's what I want. Right? Like, that's what I want people to.
I like the
see that,
surprises.
I want to, I don't know, man. Everybody does the same shit. I don't like repeating myself. I just do whatever I want.
Ambrose, you got to pick any movie. And you selected Terminator 2, and this is your redemption trivia. John Connor
Let me just get this bottle open.
steals a debit card and goes to a bank and pulls out money, and he says the PIN number out loud. What is the 4-digit PIN number when entering?
Jesus Christ.
That's it, man. That's a good one, serious.
I take the trivia very seriously, and,
Yeah, no
and it
shit.
doesn't happen very often, but believe it or not, some people are unstumpable. I
we
strive for the really hard questions, because again, you could have picked anything, any movie, any TV show.
Yeah. I should know too, because he says something like works every time. Like they make a big deal out of it. They make it fucking obvious.
Yeah, he has like a tape thing like attached to
He's
it
got,
or something.
yeah, it's a fucking Atari Lynx or some shit.
But he says the number out loud.
Yeah, he does, and he says works every time or some shit like that. Fuck, man, I love that movie too.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, right.
All right, how about this? What was Todd drinking when he gets stabbed by the T-1000?
Oh, a carton of milk.
That is correct. Carton of milk. There we go.
Give
me a hell yeah.
We got one.
I'll still put it
Let's see what it lands on here on the wheel. The Mad Lib just takes too long to do. It just takes we don't have enough time to do a whole Mad Lib right now. So fellas, if it's okay with you, can I just chug a beer with you or something along the lines?
Whatever you want to do, man.
Yeah, whatever, bro. Yeah,
Let's do something like that.
What was the 4 digits?
9003.
9003.
9003.
Oh, son of a bitch! It's 9. Yeah.
Yeah, yo, bros, write that shit down. We're writing a song. Write that shit down. 9003.
903.
Works every
Write
time.
it down.
Hell yeah. Mojo, do you have another question or two?
When you mentioned the side projects earlier, BG, why don't you plug all those collabs y'all have going with everybody?
So we got.
Go ahead.
Well, the ones I'm allowed to talk about is we got another cover in the works that you're on, so you already know about it, with Narok, Death Pigeon, and James Steak doing When Worlds Collide with Me. That's a separate side band called Zaylots. It's supposed to be like a super group. So that's in production. Hopefully that'll be out sooner rather than later, maybe within the next couple of weeks. So that's like the big side thing that I can really discuss at this particular point. But we're in talks with some other groups that are known around our Facebook community that we're working on, similar to what we did with Superposition for the cover of the game. So.
I got to run out for 15 seconds. Be right back. This is important. 15 seconds.
1, 2, 3.
It's circle through.
Is there more of those
Couple
collabs
monsters.
you can talk about, or is there more? Are they more just you don't want to talk about them right now?
Okay. Less than 15 seconds.
I mean,
my bad. My wife got locked outside for a second.
Oh no!
She was like, "Help! Help! Help me!" So, I did not hear. So you have all these collabs coming, and then we have the new member, which we can't talk about. But that's just cool. When you guys pick covers, and I know you said there's one that's a complete like off the wall, we didn't expect it. What is your process for? Like, do you have like a whiteboard that has like 20 awesome songs on it, all kinds of genres? Like, how do you decide this one's for us?
It's literally, hey dude, we should do this one.
And I get
That's
it,
it.
right?
Hell
I
yeah.
listen to all kinds of different stupid music all the time. Like I mean, obviously I'm probably like 90% metal, but like the other 10%, I'm just like, I don't know, I'm a real nostalgia head, things like that. Like I don't want to give too many clues, but like I like, and I got real bad ADHD, right? So I get fixated on some shit, and like I'll just go down like a rabbit hole of like a genre of music, and I'll just hear something, I'll be like, I can make that heavy. Like, like that's kind of what happened with Toxic. Like I got kids, right? So I have a little girl. She was into Britney Spears, and so I made a death metal version of it to whatever, and then it became that. So like I said, I already thought that was crazy, but apparently it wasn't crazy enough. So now I got to one up that shit. So you'll see.
I love it. What do you guys got planned after this?
Today?
Yeah, the rest of your night, the weekend. What do you do on the off day? Do you have any like fun hobbies or anything?
I mean, I used to be a gamer, but I don't have as much time with that between work, kids. Now I'm married, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a dad. I hang out with my kids and that kind of stuff. But when I do get a spare moment to myself, if I'm not working on AOD shit or one of the collabs music wise, maybe I'm playing like, old Ninja Turtle arcade ROMs or, Super Mario Brothers or, some retro games, GoldenEye, that type of stuff.
So you go to the classics. You go to like Nintendo, Super Nintendo.
Yeah, that's my shit.
Wow, dude, what about Mario RPG All-Stars?
The dude Mario RPG's coming out. They're remaking that shit. I'll probably buy that.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's coming out. Fucking and a new 2D Mario's coming out too. That's the one I'm looking forward to. Yeah, even the angry man's got to have some happy shit, right? Mario's that's my shit.
Ambrose, what about yourself? What do you do on an off day?
Well, definitely. There will definitely for this weekend. My mom's coming in from Ireland, so we'll be picking her up tomorrow, and she'll be staying with us for a couple weeks. On a regular weekend, I'm in a cover band also, so I would either be at rehearsal or at a show.
What band are you guys playing?
The name of the band is Scatter Train, and they do everything 50s through like 90s ish. So
Okay.
we're right in the pocket, all the danceable stuff, and we usually tailor our sets to different rooms. So I mean, you could have a mainly 50s, 60s, 70s night. Other nights it's 80s and rock. Anything from AC/DC to Judas Priest.
But you got hundreds of songs banked up here for any occasion.
Yeah, I mean, between that and before that, I was in a Journey tribute band, so I've got all that up there too. Yeah.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, I really appreciate you guys being here. We look forward to the news of the new member. We look forward to the 2 cover songs. One we could expect see coming, and one we will never see coming. We look forward to both of those. But you guys are badass, man. If it's okay with you, can we do a follow-up like 5 or 6 months from now, just to see what's happened since then, stuff where we can talk about more, blah blah blah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe if you guys can handle it, we can try to get the whole fucking global AOD cold one somehow.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We could do it.
Yeah.
We could do it for sure. Well,
Cool.
Ambrose, Robert, we appreciate you guys. Have a fantastic day, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
Anger Overdose.
Hell yeah!
Woo! Thank you, guys.
thank you for
Hi, what's up, stoners? Welcome to the local band Smokeout.